It truly is a pleasure for me to be here tonight to share with you the opportunity of honoring a dear friend, to represent my colleagues and associates at Intermountain Healthcare and join in honoring Kem Gardner, who has served so capably as the chairman of our board at Intermountain Healthcare. I'd like to thank the Chamber for recognizing our friend with such a distinguished award. It is so well deserved. Now, as many of you know, or maybe you don't know, Kem has some Scottish ancestry. Perhaps because of that, he delights in telling humorous stories about the Irish. Sometimes it doesn't work so well when the shoe's on the other foot. Just recently, Kem was attending a show where a ventriloquist launched into a string of jokes about the Scots. Finally, Kem couldn't take it anymore. He stood up and shouted, "I'm fed up with being insulted. You know, we're not as stupid as you make us out to be." "Please sit down, sir," said the ventriloquist. "After all, it's only a joke, and you can't tell me that the Scottish people don't have a sense of humor." "I'm not talking to you," Kem shot back. "I'm talking to that little fellow sitting on your knee." But I do want to pay a little bit more serious tribute to a part of Kem's heritage and reference one of his favorite books, one that he recommended to me recently. It's modestly titled, "How the Scots Invented the Modern World and Everything in It." It's truly a book. You can find it. In that book, the historian author Arthur Herman tells the story of the Scottish Enlightenment and how Western Europe's poorest country established the building blocks of modern science, medicine, education, philosophy, economics, and many of the guiding principles of democratic government that influenced America's Constitution. Now, it's easy for us to know Kem, to picture Kem having such creative roots back in Scotland, because all of us who know Kem know that he's a big picture person. For 3 decades now, that perspective is one of the reasons that Kem has been such a valuable colleague and leader at Intermountain Healthcare. As Lane said, Kem and Carolyn have been extraordinarily generous when sharing their means over the years, donating to many worthwhile causes that have strengthened our community. But Kem has given something that has been much more valuable than his money. He has given his time and his personal commitment to worthy causes. As a trustee of Intermountain Healthcare, for example, Kem and his fellow board members provide untold hours of service, all without any compensation, providing the governance our organization needs to keep a tight focus on a noble mission. Kem began that service to our board in 1982. He has served on our executive committee since 1999 and has served as our chair of our board since 2007. Along the way, he's chaired our finance committee and has served on our community relations, our audit, our information technology, and the Olympic committees. As chair of the Intermountain Medical Center Foundation, Kem led the effort to raise over $50 million to help us construct our flagship medical center in Murray. Kem and his fellow board members have kept their focus on the principles of healthcare that matter the most to the people Intermountain serves. And those principles inspire our colleagues and associates that work with us on the front lines of healthcare. He's been a champion of the principle of continuously improving the clinical quality of the care we provide, and doing so with sensitivity and compassion. Under Kem's leadership, our board has tracked rigorous quality and service goals every year in both good economic times and bad. He's drawn on his business acumen and experience to challenge us to take the long view, to be innovative and relentless in our efforts to provide high-quality care at costs that are sustainable to the community we serve. He's been a steadfast supporter of the principle of community service, of helping us fulfill our mission of providing care to all residents of the communities we serve with compassion and respect, regardless of their financial means. Kem has been a strong advocate for the principle of effective partnerships. He supported our efforts to find new ways to work with respected providers of health care in our community, like the University of Utah and the Huntsman Cancer Institute, with whom we share a goal of improving the health and the quality of health care for the people living in Utah. It was a Scottish physician, Dr. Ronald Lang, who said, "We live in a moment in history where change is so speeded up that we begin to see the present only when it is disappearing." That feels especially true in healthcare today. It's not a stretch to tell you that Kem Gardner's wise counsel has helped shape virtually every major decision at Intermountain Healthcare over the past 30 years, as we've continued to seek opportunities to learn and improve in this rapidly changing world. In their generosity of giving and of service, both Kem and Carolyn reflect the words of fellow Scotsman and biologist Sir Patrick Geddes, who said, "We live not by the jingling of our coins, but by the fullness of our harvests." Kem, your harvests have been bountiful indeed, the results of many seeds planted and well tended. Now, of course, that's not to say that coins don't matter a little bit to Kem. Just recently, we were walking across the street past an area of construction, and Kem was jingling a quarter in his hand, and it flipped out of his hand and rolled into an open manhole cover. He went over to the manhole and looked down, and then immediately threw in his watch and his wallet. I said, "Kem, what are you doing?" And he said, "Charles, you stereotype we Scots. No self-respecting Scot would dive into that muck for a mere 25 cents. Kem's humor, his wisdom, and hard work continue to create a wonderful legacy. His long and faithful service to the people of this community is a testament to his character. Thank you for this opportunity to express, on behalf of Intermountain Healthcare's entire board and our management team, and together with you, his many friends, our sincere congratulations to our dear friend Kem on this tremendous honor. Thank you.